Hello and welcome back to our channel, Tech Expert Tutorials. In today's video, we will teach you how to install and set up the most recent version of SQLite available. There are many desktop databases you can run in Windows. You would select SQLite if you are looking for a free database with a quick and easy setup, if you only need one connection at a time, or you may need to port over from Windows to Linux or a mobile device in the future. To install SQLite, open Google and search for SQLite install. Find the link from the SQLite.org download page. Here, you'll find different versions of the download, along with documentation on how to use SQLite. The command language is different than the normal commands from other databases. We'll cover a few of those later in this video. We are going to install from a precompiled binary. Click on the third link, pointing to SQLite version 3.47, the most recent version that is available for download currently. This file includes the database application, a command shell, and some other tools for working with your database. When the download finishes, open the file and then extract the items from the zip file. You can choose the location to extract the files to. When the files are extracted, you should see 4 files here. SQLite.exe is the database application. The diff file will show you a comparison between 2 different databases and generates a script to transform the first database into the second. The analyzer file measures database table and index storage efficiency. The rsync file creates a replica of the database, either locally or on a remote system, using the SSH protocol. More information can be found on the links from this page. There is also a documentation page that explains the command syntax used in SQLite, how to include the DLL in a C, C++ application, and some other useful information. This quick start guide will help you get started after SQLite is installed. The commands here show how to open the database to a specific database. It will be created if it doesn't already exist. There are also some simple commands you can use to interact with the database once it is open. First, we will open the shell and create a new database if it isn't already created. We will also create tables and insert data, then select from that table. Before we do this, we need to cd to the directory that contains the database application. Here, we verify the directory contains the exe file. Run this command to open the shell and create a database named test. Once the shell is open, you can type .help at any time to get a list of common commands you can run. Here are a few. Now we run a create table statement with the name of the table and the columns to create in the table, along with the data types. We also specify the primary key to use. Be sure to add the semicolon at the end of each SQL statement to tell the shell you are finished with the command. To see the tables that exist, type in .tables and press enter. You can see the table we just created. If you want to see details about the table, use the .schema command with the table name. To populate the table with data, we are going to use Gemini AI to give us the SQL to insert 5 new records using this prompt. See our video on Gemini AI and how to set up and use Gemini, link in the description below. Once the AI model gives us some output, we copy and paste this into the shell to run it. Next, we select from that table to see if the 5 new records were inserted correctly. The output format takes some getting used to. It uses the pipe character to separate fields in a record. Finally, we drop this table, and the table no longer shows up in our .tables command. Type in .exit to go exit the shell. If you want to include the SQLite functionality in a C, .NET, or Python application, download the DLL file from the same website. Then extract and move the 2 files into another folder. Typically, this will be in the C Windows System directory. We are extracting to a temporary folder here, then moving the files next. For now, we move the files to the same folder as the SQLite.exe folder. To simplify things in the future, you can add the path for the shell file to your path environment variable, so you won't need to type in the cd command each time. Go to System Properties, Advanced, Environment Variables, and add a new entry to your path variable. Then click OK 3 times to save the setting. Now you can run SQLite from any folder location. Since we didn't include a database name when we opened the shell, no database was created. From here, you would run typical commands to create new databases, tables, and work on SQL statements to use the data. We will cover this and other items in another video on more advanced topics. Please check back later. That's all we have for today. Stay tuned for more videos on advanced topics with SQLite. As always, comments and suggestions are welcome. See you next time.